A TikToker went viral for explaining pandemic brain, and these scientists say it's a real phenomenon. By Jackie Lewis, Mindy Hardy, and Addie Lyons. A recent viral discussion on the idea of pandemic brain has led journalist Casey Rockham and other members of BuzzFeed Daily to interview Harvard scientists Marco Loggia and Ludovica Bruciferi on their research regarding the pandemic brain phenomenon. The author's purpose is to get researchers' perspective on the viral TikTok discussion of pandemic brain and the scientific evidence behind the theory. The host, Casey Rockham, also states she believes she has experienced pandemic brain and is looking for ways to help her symptoms.
Fact checking. The article is a part of the BuzzFeed company called BuzzFeed Daily, a podcast that gets recapped as an article, which covers pop culture trends, events, and stories. BuzzFeed was founded in 2006 as a collection of trusted news from all aspects of the internet. The article was published on December 10th, 2021, and its source was two Harvard scientists, Marco Loggia, a neuroscientist, and Ludovica Bruciferi, a neuroimaging scientist, who collaborated on an article titled The Pandemic Brain, Neuroinflammation in Non-Infected Individuals During the COVID-19 Pandemic. The title uses all capital letters, along with buzzwords like viral, pandemic, and phenomenon to gain reader attraction, along with a subtitle that reads, "Truth be told, we don't really know what's causing this," which sparks curiosity in the reader. The original source of the TikTok being discussed was posted by Jandra Sutton at Jandra Lee. She discussed finding the article by Loggia and Bruciferi, claiming that their research was proof that the pandemic is changing our brains, which is an extreme statement about research that was still under peer review. Is the information sound? The author of the article at one point in the interview asks, "Now, I'm asking for me who has experienced this. Is there a way to reverse these symptoms?" This implies some bias from the interviewer, as she is asking a question specifically based on her experience. Also, the interviewer and the scientists themselves explained that there was no peer review at the time of this interview, so they were still uncertain of what was causing changes in our brain. The interviewer makes many jokes with the scientist about her own health, as well as bringing up pop culture topics during the interview, making the interview seem less interested in the research and more tailored to a casual experience in the hot topic of the pandemic brain.
The strengths of this article include that BuzzFeed does not make claims for casualties. They simply present the information produced in the article. The interviewer presented the TikTok that went viral, and the two scientists went through what was true and what was not from the video. Also, the scientists explained the limitations of their studies. The weaknesses of this article include that the article basically did not find any significant correlation between pandemic-related stressors and neuroinflammation. The underlying cause of neuroinflammation is still unknown even after the research study. The interview does not present any new significant findings that could be important for people to know. They basically say that research is being done, but correlation has yet to be found. Our discussion question is based on the BuzzFeed article and research conducted by Marco Loggia and Ludovica Bruciferi. Do you believe that pandemic brain is real?